All right, welcome members to yet another Song of the Moment, though today it's going to be songs. This is a tie-in with yesterday's podcast where I featured parts of 3 potential tracks that could have been included on Kiss Alive in 1975. So I want to use the full recordings that I prepared for that show, even though we didn't use all of them because of time limitations, but never let some audio preparation go to waste is what I say, especially when you guys can get to enjoy them. You know, bits and pieces of these have been featured in other forms on some demo stories, songs of the moment, perhaps even as well. I can't remember at this point, maybe the Alive mini documentaries that I did for Midnight at Beacon and Kiss Comes Alive. So first up is going to be just the standard Let Me Know from Cleveland. This was featured on the King Biscuit Flower Hour. A revamped or butchered version was released on You Wanted the Best in 1996. And you know what? Good intentions. They tried to do something that didn't work out and they ended up doing You Wanted the Best, but messing with audio is never a good idea. And the more I think of it these days, with artists now starting to pitch correct recordings from the past with the Queen, one of the recent Queen products had them actually pitch shifting Freddie, which just to me seems absolutely outrageous. They've done that again with the Beatles. They did that on a John Lennon vocal. But in terms of the archival releases, one does need to be very careful about it. Obviously, I do a lot of AI stem remixing for my purposes. But again, I'm not changing the original material substantially. I'm more just messing with EQ on a grander scale by using each one of those tracks to adjust. But even then, some purists would say don't. So these are the ones that I prepared. This is Let Me Know, Cleveland, 1975.
Well, if you want to rock and roll, you just let me know.
All right, hope you enjoyed that one. I've always enjoyed that as an outtake. It's circulated for years as part of the King Biscuit stuff, and obviously I did a transfer of an original pre-FM radio reel way back. I can't remember when that was now, but taking that into a studio and having it the reel baked, getting to hear the Average White Band performance on that. I was thinking about doing a live broadcast on November the 15th in celebration of that. I would still like to do that, but I think I'll have to restrict it just to the Kiss stuff, because I think Picking Up the Pieces was officially released on an album, and I know it was blocked on Dime a Dozen. So who knows? November the 15th, keep an eye out, because I may just make it a members only, may just make it channel. I don't know at this point, so just an idea. All right, the second song, Fremd, High School. What is it, Palatine or something, Illinois? Illinois. I'm trying to say it American. The high school gig. I think this is one of the earliest performances. Again, I don't remember this is room service. I don't remember off the top of my head, and I don't want this to be a demo story any more than just an intro monologue. So this is one of the early performances of the song. They had sound checked it that day. They were asked backstage if they were going to be doing other songs, and I think this is the debut or second performance. Again, I don't remember the specifics on that. Go to kissconcerthistory.com for all that sorts of minutiae, or flip open one of my books, which I should really have right next to me at all times. This is a fun one. Now, I let the whole intro play yesterday just because I thought it would be fun to get a feel for how Paul was introducing the song, his stage rap, to intro it back in the day. This was another one that turned up on You Wanted the Best from the recordings that they had, but again, they ruined it by doing 1996 vocals on it and not keeping it at least somewhat contemporaneous in its sound, which again, we can split hairs and understand why they might have been trying to do it to match more the sound of Paul's voice than which people were about to hear on the reunion tour. So whatever. This is a contemporaneous audience recording, though it's better than the version that does circulate, I believe. Who knows? Who cares? Room service.
I want to tell y'all something. I want to tell you something about being on the road all the time. I tell you, when you're on the road all the time and you're taking jets every day and you're in a different holiday inn every night, it gets boring. And we wrote a song because you see, the only thing that keeps you going when you're on the road is booze and broads. Let's hear it for all the women in the audience. Oh yeah! All right. One thing you can really use when you're in your hotel bed, and that's some room service. I feel like no, so ready to go. And I'm thinking that it's gonna be for the hotel and all the girls. Rockin' the ball drink. And you're sitting behind the couch. Just a night with no
All right, 2 down, 1 to go. Odd that this is 3, Peter's favorite number. But track number 3, or song number 3, is Ladies in Waiting. And this one took a little bit of work. I started off using the Detroit recording from January 76. I think it's the first night. And that audio is just absolutely atrocious. So after working on that one, I had to fall back and use Largo, which fortunately I had the audio to that before the video leaked. And it's a great performance. It's not perfect for soundboard. Again, there's some fluctuations. There's some, audio disturbances throughout. But this is a really fun song, and it would have been wonderful to, I guess, experience it. But you can understand why it doesn't fit in with the rest of the Alive set. It was used as a combination with Nothing to Lose. The end of this song segues into Nothing to Lose. So it's a pretty good flow, and this one will fade out just as that happens. But it works pretty well. But I think also the standalone version of Nothing to Lose on Alive is just a majestic moment as it is. So, whatever.
Ladies in waiting!
All right, Ladies in Waiting, with its fun segue into Nothing to Lose. There's some other songs that would have fit in on Alive. Of course, the side length is the main issue here, that you can only fit so many songs on and retain certain elements of the Kiss Live show in order to present that Kiss Live show adequately, which is what the whole idea was. It wasn't just a live album, it was a live experience being presented to a broader public. Two-timer is a fourth one, which I don't think there is audio. I can't remember these days what I've heard about circulating or not circulating, as the case may be. Hopefully before too long, if the Alive boxes do turn out to be true, then we'll find out. And if not, well, we're in no different place. There you go. 3 songs of the moment. Thank you, as always, for your support. And got no idea what my next topic's going to be, but I think I might want to shout at clouds more often, because that was really fun to do. Take care. See you soon.